Hello, friends. What would you write if you knew it might outlive you for 2,000 years? A love note? A complaint? Or maybe just a silly joke? That's exactly what happened in the Roman world, where graffiti covered the walls of cities like Pompeii and Herculaneum. And no, not graffiti as in spray paint, but scratched, scribbled, or painted words left behind by ordinary Romans. Today, they feel like ancient tweets, short, sharp, funny, sometimes heartfelt, always human. Take a stroll through Pompeii's walls, and you'll find the whole range of human emotions. Lovers declaring passion, "I love the girl who writes this," or "Marcus loves Spendusa," short, simple, and eternal. Imagine carving your crush's name into a wall, never dreaming archaeologists would read it centuries later. That's Roman romance, graffiti style. But for every love poem, there's an insult. Romans loved poking fun at each other. One graffito reads, "Secundus defecated here." Another says, "Chius is a thief." It's blunt, crude, and exactly the kind of humor you might find on social media today. The walls were like a Roman message board, full of gossip, boasts, and complaints. There were even reviews, the world's earliest Yelp, if you will. At a tavern wall in Pompeii, someone scrawled, "We've eaten well here." Another diner, less impressed, wrote, "The food is poison." Honest feedback, first century style. And then there were the political slogans. Candidates for local office hired people to paint messages supporting them on the walls. "Vote for Gaius, he's a good man." Some endorsements came from surprising groups. The fruit sellers support Marcus. The late-night drinkers support Lucius. Clearly, even back then, networking mattered. Not all graffiti was silly, though. Some scratched lines are touching, even poetic. In one house, someone carved, "We two dear friends forever, if the fates allow." Another wrote, "Life is a banquet. Let's live while we can." Words like these remind us that Romans thought about love, friendship, and the shortness of life just as we do. And yes, sometimes they were just bored. One man wrote, "I am astonished, O wall, that you have not collapsed under the weight of so many writers." What's so remarkable about Roman graffiti is that it gives us voices you don't hear in grand history books. Emperors and generals had monuments carved in marble, but ordinary Romans, bakers, lovers, travelers, jokesters, left their mark on plaster. It's a people's history, scratched into the walls of everyday life. And Pompeii, frozen in time by the eruption of Vesuvius in 79 CE, preserves it better than anywhere else. When we walk those streets today, we can still read their words. The messages are short, but they open a window. A young man boasting of his strength, a woman teasing a rival, a traveler longing for home. They remind us that beneath togas and sandals, Romans were just people, laughing, loving, complaining, and joking, exactly like us. So maybe the lesson of Roman graffiti is this: history isn't only marble temples and epic battles. Sometimes it's the scratch of a stylus on plaster, a joke written in the dark, a love note hidden on a wall. And maybe, just maybe, the words you scribble today, the jokes you share, might last longer than you ever imagine. Because in the end, the Romans didn't just build roads and aqueducts. They left behind their voices, written on walls, small, human, unforgettable.